So we are in accounts table. Very delayed, class are very much delayed. I will try to cover it. So in the previous class, we have seen the advance payments, right? So today we will see noted items, right? Page number 113, put heading noted items. Page number 113, noted items. Now go back to notes, please. Go back to notes, please. Put heading noted items. Put heading noted items. This is the information. This is the information which is maintained as open items in the vendor line item display. Example, down payment request received from vendors. Down payment request received from vendors. The noted items are also processed. The noted items are also processed on the lines of special GL transactions. On the lines of special GL transactions. So we have to maintain a special GL account. For the noted items. And it has to be assigned to normal reconciliation account. It has to be assigned to normal reconciliation account. When the noted item is posted, in the vendor account, it will not update either any GL account balance or vendor account balance. But it is just shown as open item. In the vendor line item display. When the down payment is paid to vendor, the noted item can be cleared. For every vendor, we can display the following types of line items. We can display the following types of line items. Number one, normal items. Number two, special GL transactions. Number two, special GL transactions. Number three, noted items. Number four, parked items. Number five, customer items. Number five, customer items. So what is the meaning of the noted item? See, sometimes what happens is we receive the request from the vendor to pay certain amount of advances. Say, for example, we have 100 vendors. We have 100 vendors, right? So vendor one has requested to pay an advance of 25,000. Then vendor two has requested to pay an advance of 75,000. Then vendor 24 has sent one request to pay an advance of 1,55,000. Similarly, vendor 65 has sent another request to pay an advance of 2,14,500. Like that, different vendors sent different requests to pay a certain amount of advances. In that case, how can we remember how much advance you have to pay to which vendor, right? That's why when we receive any request from the vendor to pay a certain amount of advance, that is posted in the vendor account. Then that is shown as open item in the vendor line item display. Okay. So that is shown as open item in the vendor line item display. That is called noted item. Here, when we post the noted item to vendor account, it will not update any GL account balances because there is no any transfer of monetary values by just entering the noted item, right? Noted item is an information received from the vendor to pay advance, right? So where is the involvement of money transfers, right? That's why no account balance is updated, but it will be shown as open item in the vendor account. That's it. So when we pay advance to vendor, right, this noted item can be clear, right? Now let us see the configuration. Create GL account master record for down payment request vendors. So we have to create one special GL account because every business transaction other than normal business transaction is a special business transaction. So noted items are also processed on the lines of special GL transactions, right? So we have to maintain a reconciliation. GL account is equal to $1,560,000. GL account is equal to $1,560,000. Company code SSKV. Go to menu GL account create. The account group is current liabilities and provisions. The account group is current liabilities and provisions. Select balanced account. Short text is equal to down payment request vendors. Short text is equal to down payment request vendors. GL account long text is also down payment request vendors account. Go to control data tab. Account currency INR. And we should not select only balance local currency for reconciliation accounts, right? Reconciliation for account type vendors. Reconciliation account For account type vendors, select to line item display. Sort key 012 vendor number. Sort key 012 vendor number. Means here, suppose you have received a request from 10 vendors, right? In that case, how much advance request you have received from which vendor? The line items are to be maintained according to vendor number, right? So sort key 012. Then go to create bank interest tab. Field status group G067. Click on save. Go back to notes, please. Write one more point. The special GL indicator. The special GL indicator for noted items is F. The special GL indicator for noted items is F. Okay. Now come back to material. See the next step. Associate sundry creditors account with the down payment request vendors. Transaction code OBYR. Double click on F. See, down payment request. Double click on F, down payment request. Chart of accounts, SSKV. Click on enter. Reconciliation account 1,05,505. Special GL account 1,05,560. Within brackets, down payment request vendors. Down payment request vendors. Click on save. Then posting of down payment request received from vendor. Let us assume that one vendor has sent one request to pay an advance amount of 25,000, right? Let us post it to vendor account. F-47, down payment request payment, posting. Document date is 3/10/2022. Type is KA. Means vendor other document. Company code is equal to SSKV. Posting date 3/10/2022. Period 7. Currency INR. Under vendor account is 17003021. Target special GL indicator is equal to A. Means this down payment request is to be cleared against advance. Advance means special GL indicator A, right? So target special GL indicator is equal to A. Within brackets advance payment. Click on enter. The amount is 25,000. Business area SSKV. Due on 3/10/2022. Text being request for advance received. Request for advance received. Click on save. Now, I told you, when the down payment request is posted, system will not update any GL account balances, right? If you go to FS tenant and you enter the down payment request button, down payment request account, see, no data found for the fiscal year 2022. So there is no any updations in the down payment request vendors account, right? Similarly, if you go to FK tenant, 17003021. See, in the normal balances, nothing is there. In the special GL also, there is 5,000, right? But there is no 25,000 advance. But there is no 25,000 noted item. This is the 5,000 balance. It was there previously. Here, no? Now, when display of vendor line items, FBL 1M. Vendor is equal to 17003021. Company code SSKV. Select open items. Open key date T10 2022. Look at the scheme. Here, if you want to display normal items, select normal items. If you want to display any special GL transactions, select special GL transactions. If you want to display noted items, select noted items. Parked items means you can display parked purchase invoices. Then customer items, because sometimes the same vendor may be your customer. In that case, right, if there are any invoices posted to that customer, from the vendor account, you can display the customer invoices. So these are the 5 types of line items we can display for every vendor in SAP. Now select noted items. Layout is one SAP. Click on execute. See, there is 25,000 advance request for advance pending, right? How can you say this is request for advance? Special GL indicator F means noted item. Okay, let us assume that we have paid the 25,000 advance to vendor. That is the next step. Posting of down payment against the down payment request, F-48. This is as usual transaction code. Document date is 3/10/2022. Type is KZ. Company code SSKV. Posting date 3/10/2022. Period 7. Currency INR. Under vendor account is 17003021. Special G indicator A. Under bank account is 2,01,101. Business area SSKV. Amount is 25,000. Text being advance paid to vendor. Text being advance paid to vendor. Click on requests. So when you click on requests, if any requests are there, means if any noted items are there for the vendor, the system will display the noted items. Then select the request. Select the request. Click on create down payment. See, SBI current account is credited and Aki and company is debited with advance because posting key 29 here. Click on save. Now, display of vendor line items, FBL1M. Vendor account is 17003021. Select to open items. Open key date 3/10/2022. Select noted items. Layout is on SAP. Click on execute. See, when you select the noted items, system is saying that no item selected, right? Now, continue the step. Select special GL transactions. Select special GL transactions. Click on execute. Click on execute. And observe the document status. And observe the document status. See, now there is one special GL transaction, right? 25,000. So previously there is one 25,000 advance, out of which 20,000 was adjusted to invoice, right? Now today we have posted one advance now against the down payment request. So that advance is shown as open item. Clear? So this is called noted items. Now from now onwards, procedure is as usual. We post the purchase invoice, right? Then we transfer the advance to invoice. Then we clear the invoice in F-44. Then one-time vendors. Here, these are the vendors from whom we purchase the materials very rarely. Means normally every company will have some approved list of vendors for every raw material. So whenever the raw material is required, they purchase only from the approved list of vendors only. But sometimes these your regular vendors or your approved vendors may not be in a position to supply the material. So temporarily you purchase the material from another vendor, temporarily, right? Just now and then. That vendor is called one-time vendors. Right? And sometimes, suppose some of the fixed assets also you retain. Suppose you have one car, right? So after using the car for 4 years, you want to sell it back and you want to purchase a brand new car. In that case, the person or the organization to whom you sell this car is also called one-time vendor. So the buyers of fixed assets from us are also called one-time vendors. That means the vendors with whom we transact the business transactions very rarely or just now and then are called one-time vendors. For the one-time vendors, we don't maintain the master record. Master record means it's a permanent data, right? It's a record maintained in the database. Here, because these one-time vendors are not permanent vendors, we don't maintain the master record for the one-time vendors. Instead of maintaining the master record for one-time vendor, right? You maintain only one master record with the name one-time vendor account. So when we sell them, when we purchase the material, sorry, I told you wrong, right? The organizations of the persons from whom we purchase the fixed assets are also called one-time vendors, right? Not sell, purchase. So you purchase the vehicles, you purchase the plants and machineries, you purchase the buildings. These items you purchase regularly? No. So the vendors from whom we purchase the fixed assets are also called one-time vendors. For the one-time vendors, we don't maintain the permanent master record. Instead of that, we maintain only one master record with the name one-time vendor account. So when we purchase the material from any of the one-time vendor accounts, that is posted to the one-time vendor account only. So at the time of posting the invoice for the one-time vendor account, right, we maintain the details of the vendor. Means name of the vendor, his address, and his bank information, etc., etc. So when you're posting the invoices to regular vendors, right, the system takes the master data information from the database. But in the case of one-time vendors, right, at the time of posting the invoice itself, you have to maintain the master data. And of course, we have to maintain a reconciliation account, obviously, right? But one more important thing we have to remember is, for the one-time vendor accounts, we have to maintain a separate vendor account group and a separate number range. Very important point you have to remember is, for the one-time vendor account, we have to maintain a separate number range, separate account group. Okay? But for the one-time vendor account, the short key should be 022. For the regular vendors, we are using the sort key 012, right? But for the one-time vendor account, the sort key should be 022. That is one-time name and city. Means the line items are maintained on the basis of name of one-time vendor and his city. Or 023, one-time city and name. Means the line items are maintained on the basis of name of the city of the one-time vendor. So we have to maintain a separate account group and separate number range for one-time vendors. Right? Now we will see the configuration. One-time vendor account configuration. So creation of vendor account groups. SPRO. SPRO, financial accounting, account receivable and accounts payable, vendor accounts, master data, preparations for creating vendor master data, define account groups with screen layout. Somebody has created a blank group. So I deleted that blank group, nothing else. Click on new entries. The account group is equal to SSK2. Just like that. The account group is equal to SSK2. Meaning or description is equal to one-time vendors for SSKV. One-time vendors for SSKV. Select one-time account. So for the regular vendor account groups, we don't select one-time account. Only for the one-time vendor account group only, we select a one-time account. That is the difference. So with the help of this selection, system understands that this is one-time vendor accounts. Other things are as usual. Double click on company code data. Double click on account management. Select reconciliation account as required entry. Click on save. Then creation of number ranges for vendor accounts. Path is same as above. Click on change intervals. So first you have to identify which number range number we can use. See, under 4, after that under 7 is there, right? So we can let us use under 5. Okay. So let me write here. Under 5, right? So I want to use the number range number under 5. Then we have to find out the number range interval, which is free. Go to menu interval, free intervals, right? So 934971. 934971 to 934985 is there, right? I want to use 934975. 934975. So 4 only. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. Let us use 5 numbers only, right? That's how we have to identify the numbers what we can use. Then click on insert interval. Number is equal to under 5. Yeah, under 5. From number is equal to 934971 to 934975. Click on Save. Now, assign number ranges to vendor account groups. Transaction code OBAS or path is same as it. Click on position. Account group is called SSK2. Click on enter. Number range under 5. Click on save. Now, let us create one-time vendor account. Creation of one-time vendor account. Transaction code XK01. Company code is called SSKV. Account group SSK2. Click on enter. Title is equal to company. Name is equal to SSKV one-time vendor account. SSKV one-time vendor account. Name is also SSKV one-time vendor account. Country is equal to IN. Country is equal to IN. Just a minute. Click on next skin button 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reconciliation account 1,05,505. Sort key 012. Everything else is same. Cash maintenance group is equal to A1. Click on next line, next skin button. Payment terms 0001.
Sir, here short key should be 022, no, sir?
Exactly. Sort key should be 022. Within brackets, one-time name and city. Within brackets, one-time name and city. Click on next screen button. Payment terms 0001. Tolerance group blank. Select check double invoice. Click on save. See, vendor was created 934971. This is the number range assigned to one-time vendor account, right? Now, let us assume that we purchase some material from a vendor X. Vendor X is not our regular vendor, right? We don't have any master record for it. So when we purchase the material from vendor X, that is to be posted to one-time vendor account only. Posting a purchase invoice, right, within brackets, to one-time vendor account. To one-time vendor account. As usual, F-43 only. Document date is 3/10/2022. Type is KR. Company code SSKV. Posting date 3/10/2022. Period 7. Currency INR. Posting key 31. Account is one-time vendor account. 934971. Account is equal to 934971. Within brackets, one-time vendor account. Click on enter. Look at the screen. Now you need to enter the vendor name, his address, right? His bank information, etc. Title is equal to company. Name is equal to Exxon company. City is equal to Chennai. Country is equal to IN. So if you have the regular vendor, for that vendor, this complete information is taken from the master record. But here, for Exxon company, we don't have the master record, right? After entering all this address information, click on enter. From now onwards, as usual. The amount is 25,000. Business area,
And here company code SSK2 or SSKV, sir?
Company code is SSKV.
Okay.
Vendor account group is SSK2.
Okay.
Business area SSKV. Payment terms 0001. Baseline date 3/10/2022. Text being goods purchased from Exxon company. Posting key 40. Account is 2,120,000. Click on enter. The amount is asterisk. Business area SSKV. Text plus. Click on step. Again, let us post one more invoice for another vendor. Let us assume that now we purchase the material from YN company, for whom we don't have the master record, right? So it is to be posted to one-time vendor account. It is not there in the material. I am posting one more invoice to another one-time vendor. Document date is 3/10/2022. Type is KR. Company code SSKV. Posting date 3/10/2022. Period 7. Currency INR. Posting key 31. Account is 934971. Click on enter. Title is equal to company. Name is equal to YN company. City Hyderabad. Country IN. Click on enter. The amount is 50,000. Business area SSKV. Payment terms 0001. Baseline date 3/10/2022. Text being goods purchased from YN Exxon company. Posting key 40. The account is 2,120,000. Click on enter. The amount is asterisk. Business SSKV. Text plus. Click on save. Now check vendor line item display. Within brackets, one-time vendor account. Within brackets, one-time vendor account. FBL1. Vendor is equal 934971. Company code SSKV. Select to open items. Open the key date 3/10/2022. Layout is one SAP. Click on execute. See, there are two open items, 25,000, 50,000, right? Look at the scale. This 25,000 is to be paid to the vendor, XN company, Chennai. Then this 50,000 is to be paid to the vendor, YN company, Hyderabad. See, for this one-time vendor account, right, we have given the sort key 022. 022 means vendor name and city, right? Clear? Now, let us assume that we paid 25,000 to XN company. He is also one-time vendor, right? Then how to clear it? Posting of outgoing payment, F-53. Document date is 3/10/2022. Type is KZ. Company code SSKV. Posting date 3/10/2022. Period 7. Currency INR. Under bank data, account is 2,01,101. Business area SSKV. The amount is 25,000. Text being payment to XN company. Text being payment to XN company. Under open selection, account is 934,971. Click on process open items. Keep the cursor on amount entered. Double click on invoice amount as usual. Click on save. So if you go to FBL1N again, there is only one open item, that is to YN company. This is one-time vendor account function, right? Then automatic payment program. This we will see in tomorrow's class. Any questions from anybody? Okay, then see you tomorrow same time.